the team this morning and a little bit yesterday. Just how do you feel you guys are ready for this more time?
I feel they're ready. I feel they're locked in. They're excited about the opportunity, and I feel they're confident. They believe, and that's the biggest thing. So I'm looking forward to it, just like they are.
Mike, there's a report out there that Jordy Fernandez is going to be taking over the Brooklyn Nets as head coach next year. Just how is Jordy ready for this moment and being able to be a head coach in the league?
You know, it's not my place to confirm anything like that, but anybody that gets Jordy, let alone the Brooklyn Nets, and I've known him for 17 years now, and I've seen his growth. He's an amazing person. He's got a beautiful, amazing wife, Kelsey, and two beautiful kids, and he's ready for anything. He's ready for any head job in the NBA. So whoever gets him would definitely be very, very lucky to have him as their head coach.
Coach Brown, we just go back to the readiness part, with your teams. This is a new rodeo for Keon Ellis. I just wanted to know, have you had any discussion with him, planning, his basically his first postseason game?
I haven't had any one-on-one individual discussions with him, but we talked about what to expect. I'm sure the players have too. Keon's done a fantastic job adjusting to his new role. He's not afraid of the moment. He hasn't been from day one, so I think Keon will be more than ready to step up tonight and play his role or fulfill his role.
Mike, last year was more of a chess match because you had the 7-game series. How do you game plan for something that's just so immediate and so you got to figure it all out on the fly tonight?
You're 100% correct. You have to obviously be ready to make adjustments during the course of the game because it's a win or go home, and so you don't have time to say, okay, let's do this for a while and then let it simmer. Our adjustments may have to be quick. Sometimes you have to take chances and say, hey, eventually this is going to work, and hopefully you guess right at the end of the day. But we all have to be in tune of what's happening out on the floor because we don't have another day to go back and look at the film and say, hey, we should have done this, we should have done that. So it's a big game for staying present and trying to make sure that we're doing the best we can in that moment.
Hey Mike, I remember last year coming into the playoff series against the Warriors, a lot of the conversation was King's readiness for the physicality and the difference of the postseason. Now, a couple weeks ago, you have Davion Mitchell saying how much the team is enjoying playing a physical brand of basketball. Just curious how you've seen, whether it's confidence or whatever, the approach to this game, the playing in the postseason in general, compared to last season with the experience of that physicality now in your back pocket.
I told these guys, I said, throughout the course of the season, we've shown signs of being a physical basketball team. We want our identity to be play fast. After makes misses it in the half court, but we want to play fast. We want to play physical, especially on the defense end of the floor, and then we want to play for each other. We want to be connected, and we started playing physical throughout the. It started probably in the playoffs, had some carryover, but you got to do it for as close to 48 minutes as possible, and we were very inconsistent with that, and it probably cost us a few games. Coming out of the All-Star break, our guys brought a different level of focus, in my opinion, and from that point on, we've been closer, and we're still not to where we need to be, but we've been closer to playing a physical brand of basketball for closer to 48 minutes, and that's why we've had some success on the defense end of the floor, and in my opinion, again, that's what it takes in the playoffs, because the further you go along, that's the better the teams are. They know what we're going to do. We know what they're going to do for the most part, and now it's who can impose their will on the other team, and it's a beautiful thing to watch, especially when you're trying to figure it out, and our guys have done a fantastic job, especially since the All-Star break, of trying to figure it out for as close to 48 minutes as possible.
Mike.
Hi, what's up, man?
How do you feel the team has responded to losing Malik? And we all know how important he was to this team, but how have they responded? And also, as you guys as a coaching staff, what are things you guys been able to do to sort of fill that void?
The reality of it is, I I can't sit up here and say, oh, it's cool not having Kevin or Malik, you know, and we're not gonna miss a beat. I mean, it's tough. I'm keeping it real. Those are basically, you know, two potential starters for us. They both average double-digit points and shot a high percentage, and plus they made the game easier for their teammates. So it's tough, but I mean, it's part of the business, and the next guy has to be ready to step up. Now, no one individual can fill Kevin's shoes, no one individual can fill Malik's shoes, so we have to do it collectively. And our group, if our group is connected, which it is, they're gonna support whoever's thrown out on the floor and try to help them out, knowing that that person's going to try to leave it out on the floor however they can to get a win. So our wins may be a little different. We may not get 130 or 125, you know, whatever, but we have to just try to find a way to get a win at the end of the day. That's what our job is, and that's what the next man up philosophy is all about for us.
Mike, you've got these guys closer to where you want them to be in terms of the defense and the physicality. How much, in this specific matchup, given your history with Golden State, how much they've seen of you, how you might give them a different look tonight than you've been able to do in the past? How much of a factor do you think that could be tonight?
It's going to have to be a big factor because I mean they you know, they could score, and again they got obviously 3 Hall of Famers, a Hall of Fame coach. Half their team, it seems like, if not more, has at least won 1 championship. Their core has won 4, something like that. So they've played in many games like this, and they've executed in many environments like this. And so for us, we have to bring it to another level tonight in order to get the win, not just defensively, but offensively too. We cannot play against their set defense every possession. We gotta play fast. We have to play fast after makes, we have to play fast after misses, and we have to do it collectively because we're not gonna go out and have one guy just dance with the ball and go get a bucket. So it's a thing where on both ends of the floor, we have to elevate our game as a whole, but not to anything extraordinary. We just have to be locked in for 48 minutes and do it at a high level versus a seasoned team that's been in this position many times before.
Mike, over here. Sabonis, what do you think he learned from last year's series against the Warriors? I mean, he certainly had a good series, but they contained him. He didn't explode maybe the way he has often in the regular season. What do you think he took away from that?
Yeah, I mean, she would, obviously you have to ask him. I never really specifically asked him that question, but, obviously one of the things is, just like we all did, how physical the playoffs are. On top of how physical the playoffs are, you have to, and we have to, I mean, if we end up shooting 53s, we shoot 53s, but you have to take the first open shot that you get, because you don't want to pass up an open shot and think as the shot clock's winding down, you're going to get a better shot. This thing's hard, and their defense is good, and if you're open, let that thing fly and let it fly with confidence, and we'll live with the results afterwards as long as we get good looks. And so I think he believes in that, the rest of the team believes in it, and we just need to go out and do it.
Mike, in your estimation, what makes the Warriors such a good road team? And at the same light, how can having the game on home court help you guys?
I mean, they've been in this situation before. They got a lot of veterans that, I mean, shoot, the last game I was part of, Cody, we were on the road in a tough environment, Boston Celtics, and won a final series. So they should be good on the road. They're seasoned, they've experienced it, and for us, I mean, our fans been in the league 30+ years. Our fans are unbelievable. I mean, it gets electric in here, and we, in the position we are in right now, we definitely need their energy throughout the course of 48 minutes, and so to be able to play at home in front of them and feed off their energy for us is a must, and we're excited about doing it.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.